For our first 2 years, I ran the organization just out of my tiny home office, collecting postage money from people and doing mailings and trying to get a sense of the issues that were most important to the organization. We owe a particular debt to Dorothy Salisbury Davis, who died 2 years ago at the age of 98. Dorothy was a major mystery writer at the time and heavily involved in Mystery Writers of America on their national board, and she supported Sisters from day one. We had a lot of blowback in the mystery writing world. I was personally attacked in fanzines for the first 5 or 6 years that Sisters existed for just trying to have a voice for people who were not being attended to, and that meant that I was accused of censorship. I was attacked in the way that people are trolled these days. My appearance was denigrated in national publications, national newspapers like the Chicago Tribune, for being a feminist and trying to get rid of men. So it's amazing to me that we've evolved in this way that's become mainstream, respected, but still very much working for change. Our first big project was the book review project. We had a sense that women's mysteries were not being reviewed, and of course that plays out in having a career. If your books aren't reviewed, libraries don't buy you and bookstores don't carry your books. And so thanks to Carolyn Hart and Linda Grant and Sharon McCrum, we had this massive project for books in print that we took directly to libraries, but we also started having analysis of book reviews, and what we found was that a book by a man was 7 times more likely to be reviewed than a book by a woman. So we started pushing hard with places like the New York Times, Publishers Weekly, the major players in this. We had a lot of help from Jim Huang at the Drood Review, who kept tabs on what was being published and who was reviewing it. But we also had members around the country clipping reviews from 200 newspapers and other journals. And so when I started going to places like Boucher Cons or going on the road and going in bookstores and being told, first we had a shelf of books by members, then we had a wall, and then it became clear that books by women were really popular and were helping drive sales. It became clear to me that even in the downturn in publishing, Sisters in Crime was driving the mystery. We were bringing readers into the mystery who kept saying, we didn't think there was a book for us after we outgrew Nancy Drew, and thanks to Sisters in Crime, we now see what books there are that we can really connect to and relate to. So that just created such a good feeling that the grief and the hard work, all the things that those of us who were there at the beginning went through, that it really paid off, both for readers, not just for writers, but we always wanted it to be an organization that wasn't hierarchical. You didn't have categories of membership. It was for everyone who cared about the image of women in crime fiction, the way that women in crime fiction could get access to publication and to reviews, but also readers who wanted to hear diverse voices.